Wasted World of Sports crew, ahoy! And welcome back. The Rugby Championship comes to its ultimate climax. Yes, I said climax. As South Africa take on Argentina, New Zealand, the All Blacks currently sit on top of the Rugby Championship table. But for how long? South Africa simply need to win. And I tell you what, I am backing that horse in South Africa to get the win. And I have loaded up with the Springboks in my same game multi. Cannon Moody, Malcolm Marks, and my boy, Cheslin Colby. Love that man. Such a great player. Cheslin Colby, one of the all-time greats. Aussie John, ahoy mate, and Tanya Godwin, who really wants the Puma. Now, of course, the ramifications of a Pumas victory, should they somehow spring the upset here, it will mean victory in the Rugby Championship 2025 for the All Blacks. Out of nowhere, really. Probably, in fairness, I think we have to say that the Boks probably deserve it. But then again, I mean, when you look at it from that perspective, should they not get the victory here, somehow, if they don't come away with the win, do they deserve it? So, yeah, I've now just torn myself. I've torn myself down the middle on this whole prospect. You know, because if they do drop this game, somehow, I mean, you see what I'm trying to say here. Could be an interesting one. Look, Argentina, they managed to hang with the Springboks for a full half last time out. Then it all went to pieces for them. They've beaten the Wallabies. They've beaten the All Blacks. They've proven that they can hang with the big boys. Can they do it again here tonight? Can they pull off an almighty upset and gift the Rugby Championship to New Zealand? We are about 80 minutes away from finding out. Hopefully, it goes the distance one way or the other. But I do want to see my try scorers hit. Now, it is listed as the same game multi. I just want to point out for complete and total transparency here, because I might get excited and claim victory. And you might look at the screen and go, hang on, what's he getting so excited about? He's only got like one try scorer out of the three. Just for complete transparency, I've done something a little different tonight. Rather than the same game multi, I've put singles on. I just couldn't be bothered changing the screen. It's a lot more work than you would probably imagine to actually change the screen from same game multi to single bets. It should be simple, but yeah, it's not. It's quite painful, so I haven't done it. So yeah, just so you guys are all aware, that's what's happening here. So if I get excited about any of these hitting, it's because I have indeed won them. Single bets only for this game, not a same game multi. Aussie John, you sincerely believe that Argentina are going to put on a hardcore performance and win by an upset. Well, there's only one way that they can possibly do that, and if they're going to put on a hardcore performance, they've got to live and breathe hardcore.
You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore.
So, plays, ahoy. Welcome along. Just going through the anthems. Argentina and South Africa, respectfully, have two of the longest national anthems in the entire world. So I felt like I was running a little late for this game, but yes, the anthems, of course, take some time to get through. So, obviously, being a supporter of the All Blacks, we want Argentina to win. I also want my bets to win. But let's be realistic. South Africa probably win this in a little bit of a landslide. Not necessarily to the extent that they won the last game, Argentina might be a bit tougher prospect in this matchup, but especially at the neutral venue, off the back of some World Cup success here. So all we can hope for each and every time, of course, is just that we get a good game. Now, did I update all the things? I think I did. I believe I updated all the... Yes, I did. Okay, cool. We've got Argentina. We've got South Africa. Sweet. Just wanted to make sure. Aussie John, you're super excited for WWE Super Show. Wednesday, 15th of October. Rod Laver Arena. Very nice. All right, moments away from kickoff. The anthems are done. South Africa get in a small huddle. Just reaffirming their game plan. South Africa, destiny is in their own hands. They simply have to win. Sounds easy, right? But when that pressure weighs on you, absolutely anything can happen. The Springboks break away from the huddle. We're about ready to get underway. Looks like Argentina will be kicking off. Argentina in a huddle as well. Pablo Matera, the most capped Argentinian player. 118 caps. That is a hell of an effort. Here we go. Oh, it's him. Okay, we know this guy. The guy that all of Australia hates. Andre Piatti from Italy. I recognized him immediately. Yeah, Bledisloe won. Poor fella copped so much backlash from this side of the ditch. The Aussies were not at all happy with him. And the supposed ambiguity of his calls. So there we go. Referee Piatti in charge of this one. Argentina ready to get us underway. Game faces are on. Referee Piatti about to kickstart this. Well, he's not going to kickstart it. He's about to blow his whistle that will get us kickstarted in this game. And there we go. Eventually, Argentina delay the kickoff, but Carreras finally gets us underway. Lands it inside the 22, and the Springboks will set up the ruck just outside their own red zone here to set up the box kick clearance. Kobus Reinek has it at the back, and the box kick is up. It's up towards halfway. They're chasing through. Well taken at the back there by Argentina. I couldn't quite see the number to see who took it, but presumably that was Del Guy, perhaps over there. Through the hands now. And some space out on the left for Malia. Steps back inside Colby. And he's brought to ground. 30 meters out. Enterprising start here for Argentina. Not afraid to throw the ball around. Edge-to-edge stuff. Now they go up the middle. Marchetti lays it back. Some space out to the left if they can get the ball there. Carreras forced back in field, though. And they're going to stay down their short side for Matera. Bumps off one. Careful of the lifting tackle there. Willemse very close to lifting him beyond the horizontal. In midfield. Nice little inside ball for Picado. 30 meters out. Now a kick through from Geronimo. It's going to sit up in the end goal. Willemse will have to play at this. Oh, he's let it go into touch. That was very, very risky stuff by Damien Willemse. Shadowed the ball into the dead ball line to the very brink. They're going to have a TMO check and find out exactly what happened here. Oh, they have not scored a try, surely, here, Argentina. Okay, they're going to have a look and see what happened. Damien Willemse, he was pushing this to the very brink. as he tried to shadow it over the dead ball line. Has he taken too much of a risk here? Let's find out. They're going to have a look. Oh, no, they've gone back in further. Okay, I thought they were looking at a potential... All right, they've gone back for potential foul play. Canon Moody. We saw this in the Wallabies All Blacks game. Canon Moody has come in a little too upright, and if he's made head contact, this will be a yellow card. Was he in a little upright? Head on head. Oh, this is going to be a yellow card. Canon Moody is going to cop a yellow card a minute 45 into this contest. Well, that's no good. He's one of my try scorers. And it's under review. It's a yellow card at the moment. Well, I hope it's not upgraded to red. That's one of my try scorers. Wow. What a start. South Africa down a man. What damage can Argentina do in the next 10 minutes? This could be critical to the outcome of this game. 10 minutes with an extra man advantage early on in the piece. Oh, the All Blacks are getting excited. Penelope, 8344, ahoy there. Watching from New Zealand. Hope everyone is having a great morning. As the throw, Montoya goes to the middle, wraps around the back of the line out, and sends it into midfield. Here come Argentina. Kramer lays it back. Keeping it in tight to the ruck here. 15 meters out from the line. Can they make them pay? Kane and Moody with the high contact. An early yellow card. Numbers out to the left. Here's Kramer. Goes again. And he had Matera on the outside. Doesn't use him. Argentina back into midfield. Rubiolo loses it out the front, and South Africa can launch a counter-attack here. Nomazulu sends it on down the left. And away goes Hooker to Colby, who puts the kick through, and it sits up on halfway. Argentina back in possession. Well, they've missed an opportunity there early. Los Pumas. Now a loose pass out the back, but it sits up for Chocobetis. Through the hands, the right edge they go this time. Malia steps back in field. 30 meters out. Argentina on the attack. Vivas spins in the tackle. 22 out in midfield. Left they go. The double pump out the back, and they got numbers down the left again. Here Argentina drawing in the pass. Kremer falls to ground 5 meters out. South Africa rush through and put defensive pressure on. But Argentina still have it. The ball's lost backwards. 5 meters out from the line. Matietti just to the left of the post. Chocobetis. Out the back it goes, and now Malia draws in Cheslin Colby. Sends it on the edge to Delguy. Delguy steps back in field and scores. First try for Argentina. They've taken advantage of the numbers, and it's scored out wide by Bautista Delguy. He's happy about it, of course. Why wouldn't he be? Argentina up 5-0, kick to come. What a start. South Africa, Kanan Moody, given a yellow card early. And Argentina have taken advantage. Argentina 5-0. Kick to come from out wide, about 5 in from touch. He still had some work to do there, Bautista Delguy. A couple of South African defenders sliding across. Conversion from out wide. Straight down the middle. 7 points to 0, Argentina leads. A dream start. Tanya Godwin says, Rassie said Argentina are very dangerous. And I should imagine, especially with an extra man advantage. 5 minutes gone, 7 points to nil, and referee Piatti is having words now with both captains. Just this will be the review for the yellow card, and it's going to stay yellow, I'm assuming. NH Beach Bum, ahoy mates. Come on, Argentina. Need Los Pumas to win. South Africa with the restart into Argentina's 22. They set it up just outside. But this one can't go out on the full. Back it goes for Presiantelli. Clears straight down the throat at the back of Willemse. Gives it to Nomazulu, who dummies the kick and then takes the line on. He's tackled just over halfway as the Springboks back in possession. Big counter ruck from Argentina, but still there for the box. Willemse now puts this one high. South Africa chase through to put pressure on. Well taken to the back, but then the ball spills out the side, and South Africa scoop it up. Good work initially by Argentina, but then they couldn't quite hold on to the ball. Now South Africa spill it. Willemse loses it. Uncharacteristic error, and it's a knock-on advantage here for Pumas. No advantage, and we come back for the scrum. Are they feeling the pressure? South Africa. Are they just feeling the pinch here? The Rugby Championship is on the line. All they have to do is win. It sounds so simple. It sounds so simple. But Argentina are going to be in the fight. So that yellow card is still under review. Find out what's happening there. Seven minutes gone. 7 points to nil. Argentina lead. Tanya Godwin says better pace than the All Blacks game. Yeah, it was a very jaggedy old affair, that one, wasn't it? Big shove at scrum time here from the box, but Argentina get the ball out. Chocoberta sends it on down the line left. The kick is charged down by Colby. Sits up for Willemse. And Springboks will go on the attack here. Big tackle. Estebeth got absolutely folded, and he loses the ball. Boy, how often do you see Estebeth get folded in half like that? That's huge defense from Argentina. They are playing very aggressive here in the early goings. I don't think I've ever seen Estebeth just get folded in half like that by anybody. That was a huge tackle. He got about as folded as Estebeth could get. He got rocked back in the tackle. Big shove again from the Springboks. They've marched straight over the top of this one, and they win the scrum against the feed. Nomazulu with the cutout ball. And the Springboks go inside Argentina's 22. Into midfield, where they set up another ruck ball. Reineck digs it out. Nomazulu changes direction, has a dart. And he's held up now. Argentina have got this one off the deck. Nomazulu gets to ground now. In midfield, 22 out, Willemse. Very heavily involved early here, the fullback. Penalty advantage now to the box. High contact. Reineck, a late pass out the back there, is lost forward by Jasper Weiss. Or Jasper Weiss. And they'll come back for the penalty. 9 minutes gone, 7 points to nil. Argentina lead. Kanan Moody given that yellow card early on. And the yellow card remains a yellow. So no upgrade to red. That's important. They're going to take the 3 here, the Springboks. A team to never turn down the points. And this will just wind down the clock as well for that yellow card. Nomazulu pops it over from right in front, 22 out, and makes it 7 points to 3. It was an easy kick. 7 points to 3. The Springboks hit back. NH Beach Bum says if Argentina wins today, it will be Ireland versus New Zealand for number 1 in the world in Chicago, 1st of November. Guterres gets us back underway, sends it deep, and it's lost backwards here by South Africa in their own in-goal. And Dialende has to race a kick away straight down the throat of Prisiantelli, who gives it off in field for Carreras to go again. He's driven back in midfield, 25 out. Penalty goes to the Springboks. Not releasing. Huge work there from Malcolm Marx. A scrappy restart. I believe it was Damien Dialende who lost the ball backwards inside his own in-goal. It forced the rush clearing kick. But a successful turnover gets them out of that little pickle. And that's a massive touch finder from inside their own 22. South Africa fine touch, 30 out from Argentina's line. What a monster of a kick. South Africa just starting to settle into things now. Back to a full complement. Kane and Moody back on the field. Marks goes to the back of the lineout, right over the top. 22 meters out, right in front of the posts. Steph Tutoy with the pick and go. Now Estebeth has the ball ripped away. It goes back for Reineck. Throws a huge floater over to Malcolm Marx, who's standing on the wing, and he can't hold on as it goes into touch. Argentina go quickly. It's play on. They're allowed to go quick. Oh, this game being played at a furious pace. 12 minutes gone, 7-3, Argentina lead. Told to use it now. Cruz with the box kick. Penalty. Where's that gone? Penalty goes to Argentina. South Africa. An illegal ruck play there. Nice relieving penalty here for Argentina. Estebeth caught offside. They find touch just short of halfway. And they'll get the line out throw. The 13 minutes gone, 7 points to 3. Argentina lead. But we saw this last week, didn't we? We saw, Rassie's blowing up. Rassie is screaming into the microphone, sending orders down to the sideline as Argentina secure the line-out ball uncontested. Prisiantelli puts it high in midfield. Contestable? No. Willemse takes it easily, but Chocaberes rocks him back in the tackle. Cheslin Colby with the pick and go. Lays it back. South Africa. Trapped inside their own half for the moment. Reineck. Back to Willemse to put the bomb up. Nomazulu chasing through, and it's well taken there by Malia, who offloads, keeps the ball alive. Back for Carreras. Prisiantelli beats one, runs over the top of Estebeth. Or sorry, it was Norchi. And Argentina attack this left edge again. They've had some success creating numbers, especially with the yellow card, of course, where they did have an extra man. But they almost open them up again down that left edge. Prisiantelli goes out the back for Malia. Keeping the ball alive now. Picado. On it goes to Delguy. Delguy looking for number 2. One to beat. And he's brought down by Kanan Moody back on the field. Quick ball, and Cruz bursts away. Cruz is 5 out. Here come Argentina again. Prisiantelli to Chocoberes on the crash ball. Penalty advantage now for Argentina. 5 meters out. They need to send it left. Oh, they step back in midfield. Numbers were out to the left. They've kept it in close. Cruz goes the crash ball to Kramer. Well read by the Springboks defense. No advantage. And we'll come back for the penalty, which is about 5 in from touch, 5 meters out. Geez, they might think about popping this into the corner. I think it's very kickable from Carreras, but they might just keep the pressure on here, Argentina. I don't think they're going to win this game by going up in threes. Seven points to 3 it is. Argentina are slowing it down here as Marcos Kramer is with the trainer and they're in a huddle. It suggests to me that they are going to put this into the corner. They were waiting for Kramer to come back into action. Suggests that they are going to put this into the corner and go for the points. Go for the try. As we got another injury stoppage. Some magic spray there to Marchetti. This has been a great start to Argentina, but we saw pretty similar happen last weekend as well. They ran with the Springboks through the entire first half. And then fell off a cliff in the second, didn't they? Keeping the pressure on here, and Prisiantelli finds touch. 5 meters out. Oh, this is a big moment. This is an exciting moment, perhaps, in the entire context of the 2025 Rugby Championship. Big throw, this one from Montoya. Almost stolen by the Springboks. Estebeth knocks it on. He hasn't had the greatest start to the match, Estebeth. You don't see him out of form too often. They've got to take advantage now. Rondona, 5 meters out as they get closer to the post. Cruz wraps around the back, links up with Marchetti. Just a couple of meters away now, Argentina. Now they go back down the right side. Numbers, but it's a loose pass out the back. Under pressure now. Play on. They've lost some ground. Vivas, from a standing start, just resets things here for the Pumas. Penalty right out in front. Hands in the ruck from the Springboks. Now they might think about the 3. 15 meters out right in front. They might just think about the points now. .5 minutes gone. And an absolute gift 3-pointer. They knocked it back from the sideline. They might not knock it back from right in front. 17 minutes. Oh, they're taking the 3. Common sense decision. Pops it over from right in front. And it's 10 points to 3. Los Pumas. Now, I know I said that the Pumas probably aren't going to win this game by going up in threes. But for context, that was an absolute gift. That was a gift too hard to ignore. Just opens up that converted try lead again as the Springboks with the restart. Taken inside the 22 by Santiago Carreras. As Argentina now set it up and start to plan their exit. 10 points to 3 after 18 minutes. It's been a great start for them. Cruz with the box kick. Estebeth tries to charge, but it's in over the top. Taken by Nomazulu, who finds space. Beware of his attacking threat. Nomazulu into the 22. Reinach goes quick for Estebeth. Estebeth driven back in the tackle. Oh, they are dominating Estebeth tonight. Down the short side goes Khaleesi. Good carry. Argentina defending well. They are just rocking Estebeth in defense tonight. It's unreal. I've never seen the man dominated defensively. Argentina driving over the top, and they secure the turnover. Presiantelli now clears upfield, and it's going to bounce up for Cheslin Colby. This is dangerous. Counter-attack opportunity. Colby kicks for the corner. Needs it to stay in field, but it beats everybody into touch. About 10 or so meters out from the line. Argentina will have a defensive line-out throw. They probably needed more from that turnover. A better exit. You don't want to give Cheslin Colby too many opportunities on counter-attack. Ten meters out from the line, Argentina will have this defensive line-out throw. Argentina, obviously, yeah, they've got nothing to lose. They could lift themselves off the bottom of the table with victory here. Not only would it win the Rugby Championship for the All Blacks, but they would lift themselves off the bottom of the table as Montoya goes to the front, almost intercepted by Reinach, who's knocked it on in the process. 5-meter line-out throw. Defensive one for Argentina. They've gone to the middle, batted the ball back, and it's almost been intercepted by Kobus Reinach. That would have been a stolen try. Rath, ahoy there, mate. You're trying to watch the stream on Flow Rugby, and they've got 4 Americans talking absolute garbage. Is that right? I'd be lying if I said I've heard of Flow Rugby, but welcome along, Rath. Hope you enjoy your time here. Wasted World of Sports. We cover Rugby League, Rugby Union, Formula One, except there's a clash tonight, obviously. I'm watching the Formula One qualifying on my phone right now as I'm calling this game. Big drive from the Springboks at scrum time. Argentina just get that ball out. They are under big threat here, 5 meters out from their own line. Still there now. Quarter of the way through this contest. Argentina told to use it. Cruz has it at the back, sends it into the end goal. Pressure on Presiantelli, who manages to scamper away and get the kick upfield. Willemse takes it on the full. Willemse steps off the left and breaks through. Line break from Willemse. Beats a third. And he's finally brought to ground, 25 out. Quick ruck ball now for the Springboks as they set it up in midfield. Visser lays it back. Reinach goes back for Nomazulu. The bomb squad's out. Nomazulu puts this one high, but it's a little too heavy. And it's marked in the end goal by Santiago Carreras. Argentina diffused that one. Aussie John, it's the Singapore Grand Prix. And qualifying Q1 just ended. It doesn't really heat up, of course, until Q3. So we'll be I'm keeping a cheeky eye on that on my phone, as I said, sort of. Yeah. 10 points to 3. Argentina lead. 23 minutes gone in this contest. Marks throws to Estebeth on halfway. Loose pass out the back by Estebeth. His poor night continues. 5 meters short of halfway. Springboks ball. Reinach races over. Gives it to Marks down the short side. Reinach to Delende, and now straight through goes Nomazulu, draws in the defender and then fires a pass over the head of Cheslin Colby. Oh, Nomazulu, he is having a day out. Just couldn't quite execute the pass over the top of Cheslin Colby. Is only like 4 feet tall, so you got to get that ball down. I'm exaggerating slightly, of course. But Sasha Feinberg, Nomazulu, the South African fly half, he is starting to open them up. Warning signs for the Argentinian defense. 24 minutes gone. We've got line-out throw here for Montoya and Argentina. Tanya Godwin, you went to the Formula One in Budapest once. Height of summer. It was a total nightmare. So loud, you came away deaf for 3 days. As Argentina secure this line-out ball. Crema in midfield. I wasn't dissing him. He's a total beast. I said at the top of the stream how much I love him. That's why he's in my bet. Anytime try scorer. But I'm just saying he's small, isn't he? Nothing wrong with that. It certainly wasn't meant to be disrespect. Argentina kick and chase, and they take the high ball down on halfway. Prisiantelli goes out the back for Carreras. Keeps it alive to Prisiantelli, looping around the back. And the little grubber kick through does sit up for Delguy. Delguy's in open space. One to beat. Willemse brings him down inside the 22. Quick ruck ball. South Africa. Well defended. They're inside South Africa's red zone again here. Penalty advantage as Argentina come up with the knock on. But South Africa were caught offside. Penalty to Los Pumas. Marius Bothma says Boks are only defending, not attacking at all. I'll tell you who is attacking. Nomazulu. He's made a couple of clean line breaks. There's just been nobody going with him. Nobody going with him at the moment. Estebeth seems like he's off the pace. He's not getting the go forward that he normally does to set up the backs. Argentina are doing a good number on him at the moment. And this is right out in front as well. They're going to have a shot at 3. Carreras steps up. To give Argentina a 13 points to 3 lead. 26 minutes gone in this contest. South Africa, they just need to win. And the Rugby Championship is theirs to go with the collection of other trophies they've picked up this season. Carreras puts it down the middle. Argentina lead 13-3. The All Blacks and all their supporters watching on with a lot of hope right about now. Nomazulu gets us back underway. Surely stepped over halfway to kick that. Delguy takes it, and Argentina down inside their own 22. Play on, says the referee. Ball is out. Told to use it. Cruz at the back. And Prisiantelli with the clearance up towards halfway. That's a hell of a kick for the Pumas number 10. 27 minutes gone, 13-3. And South Africa will have the line-out throw just short of, just inside Argentina's territory. Geronimo Prisiantelli. What a name, eh? Geronimo. What a great name. Malcolm Marks, uncontested to the front for Estebeth. Nomazulu now puts it high. Chasing through. Willemse leading the way, but the mark is claimed. It's just been overcooked. The execution is just not there at the moment in the first half. That kick, a couple of meters too heavy. And an easy mark for Prissy and Telly, who now finds space in behind Colby. Cheslin Colby gets back, takes it inside the 22. Gives it off to Willemse, and Willemse clears. And puts it into touch up towards halfway. Argentina, they'll be happy with the result after that little battle. They'll have a line-out throw 5 meters into South Africa's territory. Q2 has just got underway in the Formula One as Argentina secure line-out ball. Chocaberas in midfield. Brought to ground, and they've lost 10 meters off the back of that line-out play. Now, Carreras almost intercepted. Oh, beware here, beware. Was that ball knocked down by the Springboks? Counter-attack is on, but the referee now blows the whistle. Now, if this is Kanan Moody, who has knocked that ball down, Kanan Moody's already had a yellow card. If he gets yellow carded here for a deliberate knockdown, it'll automatically be upgraded to a red. Are they going to have a look here? Just a knock on seems to be the call. Hearts in mouths there for Kanan Moody. Just a knock on is the call. And it will be Argentina scrum. Here's a replay. Let's have a look as this ball goes out the back. And, oh, geez, he's lucky there. I've got to say, he's pretty lucky. Geez, he's lucky. He's dodged a bullet there, Kanan Moody. Scrum down for Argentina. And I'm glad that he did, because I've got him right there. Anytime try scorer. 30 minutes gone. Argentina lead by 10. The scrum sets. Argentina have been under pressure at scrum time, and again, they just get that ball in and out. South Africa, so dominant at scrum time. They're just marching straight over the top. But Argentina do still have it. Colby intercepts, leaping in the air, and brings it to ground. Cheslin Colby with a big play. Now the counter-attack's on out left. Nomazulu fires a huge cutout pass, creating space for Dialende. Runs over the top of Chocaberas. Goes to ground, 22 out. Malcolm Marks now carries it to the very edge of the Pumas red zone. Oh, big contact there on Jasper Wies. Nomazulu at the back for Willemse. Nice ball to Moody, who looks to push the pass but spills it forward. Argentina have it inside their own 22. Penalty to the Springboks for holding on. And the referee has surely missed a knock-on there. The knock-on was not played against Kanan Moody. And now it's on in back play. The two number 10s go toe-to-toe with a bit of shirt grabbing. The two fly halves go face-to-face. Prissy and Telly versus Nomazulu. A little bit of biffo. Well, as much biffo as we get these days. You're not allowed to get your punch on anymore. Not like when I played. You could always, back when I played, you could always get away with it. You'd go in with the low swinging arm. You clench the fist and you make it look like you're wrapping your arms, but you're actually doing these ones. Cheeky little uppercut to the gut. Yeah, oh how times have changed. South Africa, from the penalty, they're going to keep the pressure on here. They put it into touch for a 5-meter line-out throw. Malcolm Marks goes to the front, taken down by Jasper Wies. 5 meters out. The rolling maul is set. Marks has got it at the back. It stalls the forward momentum now. Malcolm Marks still has it at the back. Reineck now releases it into midfield. Short ball from Dialende. Onto Moody. Now they break left. Cheslin Colby in a little bit of space. 5 meters out. Reineck again goes left. Cut out ball to Willemse. Heads back in field. Was he taken high there by Kremer? Play on. Penalty advantage goes to the Springboks. 10 meters out from the line. They surely score here off the back of this play. Back it goes for Nomazulu. Dummies the kick. He runs straight over the top of Cruz, the little scrum half. Taken down, 5 out. Reineck now kicks for the corner, needs it to sit up, and it beats everybody over the dead ball line. But penalty advantage was being played, so they'll come back for the penalty. 5 meters out, 15 in from touch on this right-hand side. And you'd have to think they probably put this into the corner again, South Africa. Back the line out and the rolling maul. Time off for something. I'd be lying if I said I knew what. 7 minutes to go till the halftime break, and it's Argentina up by 10. Some water comes out onto the field for both teams. And a little bit of a stoppage. I think somebody might be down in back play that we haven't seen yet. Or maybe the referee just wanted a little bit of a break. All right, let's see. What do we got going on? Q2, 7.5 minutes left in Q2 in the Singapore Formula One. Plenty of time left in this qualifying session, and at the moment, it's Verstappen from Piastri and Hamilton, who's got himself up in the third spot ahead of Lando Norris. Charles Leclerc's in the drop zone at the moment. Springboks call a scrum. Scrum down. Well, they've been so dominant at scrum time. Why wouldn't you? This could be a penalty try. We could see a penalty try here. 5 meters out. The Springboks have been so dominant at scrum time. Big test here for Argentina. Early engagement. And the referee says we'll have it again. I'm not going to fall for these games, he says. And he's having words. Montoya, I know what you're doing. You've been getting killed at scrum time. I know what's happening here, says the referee. Not necessarily in those words. I'm just ad-libbing. But that is pretty much the message there to Julia Montoya. I know what you guys are up to, and it's going to be a penalty and a card straight away. It was the warning. Penalty try could be incoming. Huge pressure here on the Los Pumas. The scrum sets. Looks like it's going to collapse on this near side. South Africa drive. It wheels. Penalty advantage to the Springboks. Reiner can't get it out. The penalty's given. They'll call it again. They will surely call it again. The Springbok scrum, so powerful. And here they go again. They haven't even hesitated. Straight back to it. Oh, I miss it, man. I miss it so much. When I watch the rugby, see, we cover rugby league and rugby union here on the channel. When we get rugby union games, I miss the scrum. I was one of the big boppers up the front in the scrum. I miss it so much. 5 meters out, South Africa call the scrum down again. It sets. Ready to put the shove on. Here they go. Big drive collapses at the front row. Penalty advantage, Springboks. And they bring the ball out for De Allende in front of the posts. Inside the 5 meter line, Argentina trying to keep them out. They go left. Reineck keeps it alive. Here's Marks. Still penalty advantage, and it will be until they either score a try or come up with a mistake, in which case we come back for the penalty. They're under the pump here. 10 meters out. In midfield, Springboks still there for them. Peter Steph du Toit driven backwards. The pick and go from De Allende. Well defended here from Argentina. Reinach looks down the short side, but goes back open for Steph Dutoy. 5 out. Angling towards the left. Sio Khaleesi with the pick and go. Well taken back by Grondona. Just a couple of meters out here. Through the phases go the Springboks. Left for Willemse. Was he taken high? Falls to ground half a meter out. Now driving over, burrowing under is Norchi. He's been held up. Oh, how have Argentina diffused that? They got bodies under the ball. Ruhan Norchi tries to burrow over, but they got underneath it. Somehow they've held on. We come all the way back from the left edge of the field to the right. 5 meters out for the penalty. Oh, hats off to the Argentinian defense there on their own goal line. How they've managed to keep the big man out. Now, do they go scrum again, South Africa? They kind of have to, don't they? They've backed themselves into a corner here. If they do anything but a scrum, it's almost like a little moral victory here for the Pumas. And they have indeed called scrum. Three minutes to go till the halftime break. And, Kimi Antonelli has just done the fastest time in Q2. The real stuff, of course, starts in Q3. 5 meters out. 2.5 minutes until the break and the scrum resets. He's now having serious words. Referee Piatti. McGregor Orchard, ahoy, mate. You sadly went to the Wallabies game. You're annoyed that we didn't play better. And you're a wizard. Harry Potter didn't score. Yeah, well, poor Josh Fluke. He certainly didn't score a try. He got himself knocked out, though, didn't he, the poor bugger? Pressure cooker here for Los Pumas. The scrum sets. Rassie's down on the sideline. Big shove again from the Springboks. They march forward. Controlling at the back. Now it spills out for Reinach. Reinach's over the line. They've turned him on his back. Has he got it to ground, though? Yes, he has. Cobus Reinach with the try. 13 points to 8. The kick to come. Domination at scrum time. And it's finally led to points. Argentina crumble under the pressure. It's boys against men at the moment at scrum time. Cobus Reinach, he still had a lot of work to do to get there. He's done a great job as George Russell has taken over and beaten his teammate Kimi Antonelli in Q2. Rath says Montoya is very streetwise, trying to reduce the impact of the scrum. Yes. Conversion successful. It's 13 points to 10 with 1 minute to go till the halftime break. He's a cheeky little campaigner, isn't he, Julian Montoya? Argentina go deep with the restart. Nomazulu clears. Sends it up over halfway. That's a monster of a kick. Prisiantelli takes it. But they've been turned straight back around into their own half here, Argentina. With 30 seconds to go, if South Africa can compete here at line-out time and get their hands on the ball. Boy. Aussie John says, Dan, do you know if Jason is heading to Melbourne for the WWE Super Show on the 15th? No, Jace is all in on AEW. Argentina secure the line-out ball. As the halftime siren is about to sound, told to use it, Cruz sends it back for Prisiantelli. who heads backwards, kicks it into touch. Los Pumas say, we're happy enough with that for the first half. And they will take the lead into the break, 13 points to 10. A 3-point ball game here at the break. South Africa, they just have to win a victory by 1 point or 100. And they've secured the Rugby Championship for 2025. Argentina looking to get themselves off the bottom of the table. And should they get the upset victory, the All Blacks would be crowned Rugby Championship winners for season 2025. 0 ticks or 0 wins in my bet for this game so far. But as was said, I think it was Rath who said just before, expecting the game to open up in the second half. Look for my Springbok try scorers down there to come to life in the second half. Moody, oh no, hang on. Starting this way. Colby, Marks, Moody. All right, halftime here, Wasted Water Sports. Thank you so much for joining us here. This is what we do every weekend. We cover rugby league, we cover rugby union, we cover Formula One, we cover cricket, we cover the Aussie rules now. We do it all as this channel continues to grow. If you enjoy hanging out with me here and would like to see more each and every weekend, do feel free to hit that. How would you do it? If you're on computer, hang on. Mouse, yes, mouse over, click that subscribe button. If you're on mobile phone, I guess you just tap the subscribe button. Not expected, but very much appreciated if you do support the channel in that way. I don't quite understand how it all works. I don't pretend to, but apparently it all helps. All the likes and subscribes and whatnot. I don't pretend to understand it. I just do it. It goes right over my head, and I have a lot of fun here on the Wasted Water Sports. So, halftime break here. 13 points to 10. Argentina in the lead. We'll be back for the second half action right after this. Waste to World of Sports crew, ahoy, welcome back. Halftime here, 13 points to 10. Argentina go into the break with the lead. Can they maintain it? And we have just started Q3 in the Formula One. Just started. Mac Orchard, did I win any bets from the Bledisloe Cup? Yes. All Blacks -3.5. Ridiculous line. Ridiculous. Given by the bookmakers. The All Blacks -3.5. If the Wallabies were going to win, it was always going to be in a close one. I thought -3.5 for the All Blacks was insane. But, yeah, comfortably covered that one off. But halftime here, South Africa. We all saw what happened last week. Argentina were in the fight in the first half. The second half, the floodgates opened. Are we about to see something similar? Let's keep an eye here on the qualifying session in the Formula One. Singapore Grand Prix. We do sometimes cover the Formula One here on the Wasted World of Sports, of course. So let's have let's keep an eye on that and see how it goes. Halftime. It is Argentina with a 3-point lead at the moment over the Springboks. Are they about to do an almighty favor for the All Blacks here? At the start of Q3, it is George Russell who has set the early pace. George Russell setting the early pace in Q3 ahead of Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri in third. Verstappen had the fastest Sector 2 and Sector 3, but it's Russell maintaining the lead as they'll get a couple more laps in with 6 minutes to go. $13 points to 10 at the halftime break here. Argentina taking the fight here to the Springboks. Argentina, of course, it's not like they have nothing to play for. They obviously can't win any trophies out of this game, but they could get themselves off the bottom of the table and give that unwanted honor to the Wallabies. As Oscar Piastri clips the wall big time, and he is very lucky that he hasn't binned it. Very lucky. Mac Orchard, McGregor, not the Todd. Oh, have you seen what they've done as well? McGregor, not the Todd, Orchard. In the chat room on YouTube, they've changed the way that the usernames are displayed. It will only display your @handle now, not usernames. There were too many impersonators and spam from the username system, so they've ditched it. It's only just rolled out over the past 7 days. It's only just rolled out. Teams back out now for the second half. Can Argentina go on with it? Can they get themselves off the bottom of the table? Can they win the Rugby Championship for the All Blacks? Can South Africa? Too many impersonating me, says NH Beach Bum. Is the second half about to get underway? Here we go. Springboks with the kickoff. Second half off and running. And the ball's batted back and then lost forward by Dutoy. First one by Argentina, so it will be scrum down for the Springboks. Pressure goes straight back onto Argentina immediately following the break. Tania just had to rescue a bin. You've got 100-mile-per-hour winds. The neighbor's Wendy house just flew into the Caledonia Canal. Jeez. Sounds like it's all happening. An early scrum here for the Springboks. They've been so dominant at scrum time. This could be an early penalty and locking the scores up. A dream start to the second half it could be here for the Boks. And even better for them, I suppose, would be they release the ball from the scrum and score a try. The scrum about to set. Reineck with the feed. Gets it in. Argentina hold firm. It collapses. Penalty advantage, Springboks. Reineck sends it out to the left. Moody takes the line on. 22 meters out. Short side for Willemse. Now it goes back into midfield. Loose pass. Sits up for Moody. Moody in midfield. Gets a nice fend on, but can't penetrate the line. The Ox out the back for Willemse. Cut out pass here. Khaleesi goes to ground just inside this left touchline. Reineck scurries over. Gets it off to Norchi in midfield. Estebeth rumbles it up and loses the ball, which has been a theme of the night here for Estebeth. No advantage, and they'll come back for the penalty to the Springboks. Now, do they consider popping over the 3 here and locking the scores up at 13 apiece? Private Ryan, ahoy there, mate. You've got the same surname as the guy in the middle, Malcolm Marks. Very cool. 1 minute left in Q3 of the Singapore Grand Prix. And it's George Russell still leading from Verstappen and Piastri as the top 3. Verstappen's back out. Piastri's back out. Lando Norris is not taking any chunks of time out of the leaders. And the TMO's involved here. We're looking for potential foul play. Vivas is under the microscope here, the Argentinian prop. They're going to have a look. As George Russell's not improving his time, Charles Leclerc putting in some green sectors, but he needs purples to put any threat on the front runners. Russell now just pulls off a purple middle sector. And what are we looking at here? Vivas, shoulder to the face. Oh, Vivas is going to get a yellow card. Disaster here for Pumas. 2 minutes 40 into the second half. Vivas with a shoulder to the face. And this is a clear-cut yellow. George Russell locks up pole position for the moment. Anyways, Verstappen still on an outlap. Here comes Hamilton as well. Piastri will still have another lap to go if he gets around in time. This is a clear-cut yellow card, by the way, folks. Yellow card. Vivas upright, shoulder to the face. Yellow card, and it will be under review as Verstappen is behind. Loses time in the middle sector, but we know Max Verstappen can pull off miracles in the final sector as he tries to take pole position away from George Russell. Piastri, third, is all that he will come up with. It's all down to Max Verstappen now and Lando Norris to try and get pole away from George Russell. Verstappen comes across in second place. Norris remains in fifth. George Russell has taken pole in the Singapore Grand Prix from Max Verstappen, and McLaren off the pace once more. Springboks win the line out here. 10 meters out. The rolling maul is set. Yellow card for Vivas. Argentina down a man. The rolling maul now stalls. Marks has got it at the back. Malcolm Marks has got it at the back. Breaks away now. Marks spins in the tackle. Reaches out and plants it down. Malcolm Marks gets the try. South Africa take the lead. And it is a victory in that bet. Anytime try scorer Malcolm Marks. 15-13. Kick to come. We finally get one. And here we go. South Africa now are rolling towards the Rugby Championship. Malcolm Marks controls it at the back. Oh, geez. Cobus Reinach did his best to mess this up. Why was Cobus Reinach even trying to take the ball away from Malcolm there? He's nearly screwed it up. (15-13). The kick to come from the sideline over on this left edge. The favoured side for a right-footed kicker, Nomazulu, pushes it past the uprights, straight across the face of the posts, and it remains 15-13. Five minutes gone in the second half. South Africa have taken the leads. Codetis gets us back underway. Taken by Dealende. Brings it outside the 22 and sets up the ruck. Told to use it now. Reinach has it at the back. Look for the box kick exit. Reinach with a lot of height, not a lot of distance. And ball bounces into touch. Argentina will get the line-out throw. Carol Wilkinson, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. You lost DSTV. Bugger. I don't know what that is, to be honest, but I don't think we have DSTV here in Australia. Montoya casually throws to the middle of the line out. Argentina spill it. Knock-on advantage here to South Africa. Los Pumas are falling apart here in the second half. Ah, it's like Sky, but in South Africa. Fair enough. Argentina, a yellow card to Vivas. Now they're spilling the ball everywhere as they fall to pieces again in a second half. So that'll be something for Argentina to work on in 2026. Improved second halves. It's like they haven't even come back out here in the second. Ghouls says DSTV is the only place we can watch rugby. Monique Davids, it's a South African version of Sky. Yep. Rath says DTSV is the monopoly for rugby in South Africa. 8 times more expensive than Netflix. Jesus. Because Netflix is pretty expensive. I only just ditched all my streaming services. A yo-ho, yo-ho, back to the Pirates life for me. The cost of all the different streaming services was, chaotic. Scrum down here. Argentina will have the feed, and I'm sure that they don't want a scrum. Another big shove there from the Springboks. Argentina get the ball out quickly at the back. Grondona lays it back. Driven forward now. Cruz finds some space around the ruck and opens them up. Ankle tap brings him down inside the 22. Argentina with some front football, though. Malia sends it right for Chocoberes. Argentina putting pressure on. The Springboks calling for troops over on this near edge. Cruz sends it back into midfield. Inside the 22. Rubiolo sets it up. Cruz. The crash ball for Kremer. The pick and go. Grondona. South Africa in over the top. Malcolm Marx. Malcolm Marx in over the top of the ball. Wrestles it away. Argentina pinged for holding on. Scores a try. Wins turnovers. Is there anything that this man can't do? Malcolm Marx. He can probably kick goals even if they let him. So close yet so far for Los Pumas. Oh, there could be a big issue here for one of the Pumas. Surely that's an illegal clean out. Jeez, he's lucky to get away with that. Blood out of the mouth and the cheek for Estebeth as Estebeth heads off the field. They've certainly done a number on Estebeth tonight. Jeez. Off goes Estebeth. On comes R.G. Schneiman. No reprieve here at all for Argentina. Ghouls. That's some old school comedy right there. Might be an illegal clean out, but don't call me Shirley. Still a go-to for Jim Cornette, if anybody listens to him. NH Beach Bum says Estebeth has been a human punching bag today. Yeah, and he's come up with some really uncharacteristic errors as Nomazulu puts this into touch. Not a lot of distance found. South Africa just outside their own 22. Will have the line-out throw, though, of course. Eight minutes gone in the second half. Argentina still down a man. Still down a prop. 15-13. Marx throws to the middle. Schneiman bats it down. And Khaleesi takes the hit up off the back of that line out. A successful one for the Springboks. Told to use it now. Reineck sets up the box kick. Clears up over halfway. And it's taken nicely by Presientelli. He's been impressive tonight, the Pumas fly half. I've got to say that I knew nothing about him coming into this game as the ball's ripped away and falls on South Africa's side. It's very loose out the back, but Nomazulu is back there to claim it. And South Africa back in possession. Schneiman can't get the offload away, but he lays it back nicely. Reineck has it at the back. 5 short of halfway over on that far touchline. The box kick goes up. Cheslin Colby chases through to put pressure on. Ball's taken away by South Africa. And the knock-on is called. Knock-on against the Springboks. But I tell you what, the last thing that Argentina probably want is a bloody scrum. They've been getting destroyed. They have been getting decimated at scrum time, and it's probably the absolute last thing that they want. As South Africa now replace their entire front row. The Ox is off. Malcolm Marx is off. Thomas du Toit is off. They've just replaced the entire front row. Oh, Kane Moody's come off as well, so there goes that bet. Kane Moody's off. Jesse Creel's on. So they've rolled out the entire new front row for this scrum. Let's see. Can they maintain their scrum dominance here with a brand new front row? Let's find out. It sets. And oh, domination indeed. Penalty to the Springboks as they've just marched straight over the top. A brand new front row, exact same domination. Big issues for Argentina at scrum time. They just can't compete. The Springboks, the big boppers up front, they're just marching over the top of them. Nomazulu finds touch, 5 out. Well, a little bit further back, he's been taken 10 out from the line, the touch finder. Tanya Godwin, a neighbour, just walked by trying to walk his dog. That's Scottish insanity for you. The dog was flying off the leash. Walk lasted 3 minutes. Oh, dear. Springboks go to the front of the line out. Ball is secured. The rolling maul set. Who's got it to the back here? Oh, Malcolm Marks is still on the field. Okay, there you go. So they didn't replace their entire front row. Malcolm Marks has it. He goes to ground 5 meters out. Argentina try to spoil. Still there for the Springboks, though. Peter Stiff du Toit carries forward. 5 out, 15 in from touch. Quick ruck ball. Here's Khaleesi. Khaleesi goes to ground. Reineck keeps it alive quickly. Norchi in front of the posts. Peter Stiff du Toit goes again. Well defended for the moment here from Argentina. Reineck pops it up for De Allende. Just a meter out. Jasper Wies, a meter short. Staying on this left edge. Schneemann tries to burrow under. Flicks it up for Reineck. Reineck dives for the line. Kobus Reineck gets another. Kobus Reineck gets a double. And South Africa extend their lead. Argentina continue to struggle with second halves. 20 points to 13. Kick to come from just to the left of the uprights. Nomazulu puts the conversion over, and South Africa now have one hand firmly grasping the Rugby Championship for season 2025. 22 points to 13. Los Pumas have fallen apart in the second half for the second week in a row. "53 minutes gone. 22 points to 13. Three tries to one. Very deserving leaders. For Argentina, so much pride, so much passion. But ultimately, just looks like they might be falling short once more. South Africa claim the restart. Told to use it. Reineck on the 22 sets up the box kick. Lots of height. Again, not a lot of distance. Schneemann loses her forward. Preciatelli gives it back there for Picado. And Argentina have it on halfway. The double pump and cutout pass here for Chocoberas out on the right. Inside ball for Carreras. Argentina, can they bounce back here? Can they answer the call? Rath says, it's me, Rassie. It's breaking away now. Is Picado in space? Brought to ground by De Allende, just inside Springbok territory. Kremer takes it forward. Now Cruz keeps it alive. Montoya in midfield, wrapped up by the Springboks. Scrambling defense. And we've got time off because we've got a big issue in back play. There is a player down and out in the way, and it's one of the big boppers here for Argentina, who seems like he's gone down with either severe cramp. Oh, well, that's not. Just a little bit of cramp. He's okay. Oh, maybe he's not. Actually, he can't put any weight on that leg. Look, either way, he was in the way, and we had to blow time off to get that sorted. Off he goes. I can't see a number, so I'll be able to tell you who it is in a minute, but off the field he goes. The number 3, Francisco Correa Marchetti, is off the field. Thomas Rapetti will come onto the field. So there you go. Making his test debut. Thomas Rapetti, his test debut, onto the field he comes. 54.5 minutes gone. South Africa up 22 points to 13. Scrum down for Argentina, but I tell you what, a scrum is probably the absolute worst thing that they want. The way that the Springboks have been dominating. Big shove again. Argentina under the pump at scrum time. Chocobetis, they do manage to get it out. Now they've got numbers as South Africa race up. Delguy with some space on the right edge. Cuts back in field. Lays it back for Cruz. Quick hands in midfield. And there is the man on debut, Rapetti. Still in midfield for Kremer. Argentina. Can they hit back here, score a try and make a huge game out of this? Forward pass of all forward passes there. Thrown by Picado. And now tempers boiling. Picado and Reineck about to go toe-to-toe in midfield. All a little bit of a laugh. That was the most forward pass I've ever seen in my life. And Argentina just getting no flow going here. No flow in the second half whatsoever. A scrum down, and again, there's been such domination at scrum time. This is the last thing that they want. "56 minutes gone. South Africa up by 9. Big shove this time from Argentina, but it goes to ground on this near side. Penalty advantage. Chip and chase. Sits up here for Deolende. Gets it onto Nomazulu. Cut out pass now for Hooker. Hooker steps back in field. Tackled inside the 22. Quick ruck ball here for the Springboks. Here they come. Now, where's my boy Cheslin Colby? 15 meters out from the line. Reineck sends it into midfield. Wessels back out to Nomazulu. Nomazulu, was he taken high? Yes, he was. Penalty advantage to the Springboks. Argentina are falling apart here. Khaleesi with the pick and go. South Africa with one hand, as I said, firmly on the Rugby Championship. Nomazulu with the flick pass out the back. Hooker is close to the sideline. Into touch he goes. No advantage. Penalty in midfield. And now some serious words from the referee. Let's have a listen. He's pretty much saying lots of penalties now down this end of the field. Argentina look absolutely gassed. They just can't play for the 80. They have very good first halves here against the Springboks. But they just cannot go on with it. This no-look flick pass from Nomazulu. Oh, and yeah, that's a high contact from Kremer. There might be mitigating circumstances there. That is why it's not a yellow card. It's South Africa are going in for the kill here. They're going to put this into the corner. They are going in for the kill. They are looking to put this beyond doubt with plenty of time still left on the clock. Give it to Cheslin Colby. We want Colby for a try. Colby for a try. Come on. Ball sits up for Malcolm Marx. Malcolm Marx going for a double. Reineck, a couple out from the ruck. South Africa try to crash over. They're half a metre out. Keeping it in tight. Schneiman, centimetres away. Marx has it at the back of the ruck. Pick and go. Marx gets a double. Malcolm Marx scores 2. South Africa marching towards victory now. 27-13 with the kick to come. About 10 to the left of the post. Should be a relatively simple conversion. Malcolm Marx gets a double. And Argentina, back-to-back weekends, have been impressive in the first half and then fallen off a cliff in the second 40. Too big, too strong, that close to the line. Malcolm Marx. Nomazulu moves in, strikes it well, and it's through for 29 points to 13. South Africa still with 20 minutes to play. This score could end up being anything. Not that it matters as it stands right now. The Rugby Championship firmly in the grasp of the Springboks. 29-13 with 20 minutes to play. Argentina with the restart deep into the 22. South Africa with numbers into the ruck. Secure the ball. Reineck has it at the back. And he's got so much time. Cobus Reineck steps back from the ruck. Takes multiple steps sideways before he clears up to halfway. And that is a sign of an absolutely exhausted defensive team. When the scrum half has time to take the ball out and have a few steps to the right and still get the kick away with no pressure, that is the sign of an absolutely gassed Argentinian team. "60 minutes gone, 29 points to 13. South Africa. Letitia Samuels says, give it to Colby. Yes! Colby, Colby, Colby. Oh, who's this coming off the field? Malcolm Marx. Malcolm Marx coming off for a HIA. What an impressive game it's been. Bonambi comes on. What a performance from Malcolm Marx tonight. 2 tries. I should imagine that even if he passes his HIA, they'll keep him off the field. Argentina win the line-out ball. Setting it up in midfield. South Africa up by 16. Rassie Erasmus goes down the right side now for Carreras to kick through. In behind, Cheslin Colby's back there, waits for it to sit up in the 22. Colby runs over the top of the kick chase of Delguy. And he's taken down just outside the 22. Reineck. Here's Bonambi with his first hit up. Told to use it now. Reinach looking for the exit. The box kick is set. He gets it away. Lots of height, no distance. Batted back by South Africa and into touch. This will be Puma's line-out throw, I would expect. Lost forward by Argentina. So it's going to be a scrum to South Africa. And boy, we've seen what happens in scrums this match. Listing OSA directory. First time here, very relaxed, like the setup. Go box. Ahoy there, listing, and welcome along. I hope you enjoy your time here. For those who are new to the channel, do feel free to like the video and subscribe. I don't promise to understand how that all works, but apparently it's very helpful if you do, so I thank you. If you do decide to do that and hang out with me here, we cover the rugby league and the rugby union and Formula One and cricket and wrestling, all kinds of sports. Penalty advantage here for the Boks as they now break out from their own end of the field. Willemse up over halfway. Taking a ground 5 in from touch. 10 inside Argentina's half. And South Africa are just having their way with them at the moment. Reinach with some good quick ruck ball. Backwards. Well, he said backwards. Intercepted by Presiantelli. Oh, no, it's not. It's Gonzalez. But we come back. Referee was playing advantage. Penalty to South Africa. Time off. Argentina need a break. So, Los Pumas in back-to-back weeks. They've been able to go with South Africa in the first half. It feels like it's almost been a ploy at the very least this week. Maybe last week was a little bit of a shock, but this week it's almost like it's been the game plan of South Africa is just let Argentina punch themselves out in the first half. We know that we've got the fitness to run over the top of them in the second. I mean, do you think that's a fair assessment? Because South Africa seemed quite content. They weren't really attacking. Apart from Nomazulu, there was very little attacking intent from South Africa in the first half. And in the second half, though, they've just gone bang. We know this is it. They're gassed. Let's just go. Boom, boom. And off they've gone. Line out successful here from the box. Jasper Visser breaks down the short side. Held up. Gets it to ground now. 25 out. Reinach into midfield. Bialende with the short ball. Reinach now looking for options. So much time. Nomazulu goes for the drop goal for some reason. It turns out to be a grubber kick into the in-goal area where it's grounded by Argentina. I don't know what. They don't need to be taking drop goals at this stage, but hey, pretty much at this point, they can do whatever they want. Argentina will come back to the 22 for the restart. Herrera sends it deep. Almost finds space in behind Willemse, who does well to track back. Now puts the high ball up. He's chasing his own kick here, Willemse. Well taken at the back by Carreras. South Africa now drive over the top. The ball is prone there at the back of the ruck. But Argentina have done well to hold on. Oviedo sends it out to the left. Pressure still here on the Pumas. I don't know what the hell that drop goal attempt was from Nomazulu. Maybe he should stick to his running game, huh? Told to use it now. Cruz with the box kick. Sends it up over halfway and well taken by Nomazulu. Quick pass out in the back for Colby. Cheslin Colby now heads sideways. Fires a loose pass out into midfield that's been intercepted and away goes Delguy for a double. Oh, Cheslin Colby, that's not what I need from you, mate. Not what I need from you at all. A loose pass out into midfield that's intercepted by Delguy for a gift. An absolute gift here for Argentina. Oh, Cheslin. That way, mate, towards the try line. Batista Delgui, an opportunistic double. Conversion successful from Carreras, 29 points to 20. They are absolutely out on their feet, though, the Pumas. I don't think it's going to cause too much damage. Cheslin Colby, though, boy, talk about moments that you would like to have over again and not do. $29 points to 20 with that successful conversion. Springboks get us back underway. Send it deep inside the 22. Argentina now throwing the ball around helter-skelter, and a big carry from Oviedo. Takes it to the very brink of the 22 now for Carreras to clear upfield. Miscommunication at the back from Willemse and Nomazulu. They get away with it. Nomazulu puts it high, chases through his own kick. It lands on halfway, and Argentina come down with it. Well, suddenly they've got a little bit of running in them, Argentina, with 14 minutes to play. 9 points the difference. They've been presented an opportunity. South Africa just letting mistakes creep into their game here. Chocoberas carries forward over on that left edge. Kremer on the crash ball. Are Argentina starting to believe? They're 30 meters out in midfield. The ball spills onto the Springbok side of the ruck. And it's been stolen away by Kwanga Smith. Here they come now on the counter-attack. Left edge, Nomazulu spills it. No advantage. They'll go back to the penalty. $29-20, 13 minutes to play. South Africa have just dropped off a little bit here. They've still got themselves a comfortable little buffer, but they've got to be careful. We see it happen all the time. Momentum is so hard to wrestle back once you lose it. $12 minutes left to play. Some substitutes. Lebok's on for Nomazulu and Williams is on for Reineck. South Africa kick downfield. Argentina now return serve. The high ball up over halfway from Delgui. And a penalty goes to Argentina. Taken off the ball, I can only presume. $12 minutes to play. Argentina bumped off the ball there on the kick chase. Dear, oh dear. What is happening here, Springboks? What is happening? Argentina find touch on the 22. Over on the left edge of the field. Line out throw. Montoya still on the field, putting in a big effort. Batted down in the middle of the line out. Carreras, inside ball for Delgui. Still just outside the 22. Cruz. Harbour Bridge ball over the top. Beats everybody into touch. And really poor execution there from Argentina. There's still 11 minutes to play. That's a lot of panic. Unnecessary panic from the scrum half. Yeah, Montoya knows it as well. Julian Montoya having words. We don't need to panic that badly just yet. Still 10 minutes to play. South Africa win the line out and they have the ball now. Williams controls it at the back. The box kick sent away up towards halfway. And it's been lost forward by Carreras. Knock on advantage, Springboks. Counter attack is on. Wanga Smith in midfield. Back it goes for Lebok. Puts this ball high. Chasing through hard. Argentina under pressure. Taken nicely at the back by Carreras. Knock on advantage is over, says the referee. Rapetti has it for the Pumas. 10 minutes to play. 9 points the difference. Argentina have the ball. About 30 out from their own try line, so they've got to get themselves up the other end of the field. Penalty, that will help. In from the side. Well, I just said they need to get themselves down the other end of the field. And South Africa said, here, let us help. As Vessels in from the side. The momentum in this game is just starting to shift. I can understand why Rassie put some fresh legs on completely. They were just starting to lose their way, the Springboks. Still 9 minutes to play. Some changes rolled out now for both teams. Marcos Crema off the field. And on comes Matera. That's some big fresh legs. Back onto the field, Pablo Matera. He's been resting since the 47th minute. Daryl Wilkinson says credit to Argentina. Big time. They haven't gone away, have they? It looked like the wheels were going to fall off completely. It looked for all money. As now the line-out is stolen and Peter Steph Dutoy runs away with it for the Springboks. Lebok puts it high. Contestable kick. And it's been taken by Argentina. Delgui has it. Rath says Crema looks like a dude who finishes a beer and then eats the bottle. Oh, jeez. Listine says, do you at least have some brandy in that jug? No. Captain Morgan's spiced rum. Carreras puts this one high. Contestable kick. Chasing through and claiming it is Iskro. Argentina go back on the attack. 30 meters out from the line. Now they send it through the back line. Carreras with the step. Can't get through. South Africa steal it. Wanga Smith. Majestic as always. Wanga Smith. What a beast. Very crucial turnover. Williams has it at the back, sends it for Lebok. Through the hands, now they go. Willemse down the left edge. Hooker into space. Kicks over the top. Charged down by Argentina, and they have the ball. Carreras to Montoya, who spills it forward. Counter-attack was on there, but they couldn't quite execute. And it will be a scrum down, Springboks feed. 5 meters inside Argentina's half. And we know what's been happening at scrum time. All right, can they put a big scrum on here, Argentina, for the first time tonight? 29-20, South Africa lead. 7 minutes to play. The scrum sets. Big shove again from South Africa. Straight over the top they march. Referee says we'll have a scrum reset. I really do need Cheslin Colby for a try. Ricky, ahoy there, mate. Ricky Parahi. Greetings from Buenos Aires. Ahoy, mate. Cheers for coming along and joining the party. 6 minutes to play. 9 points the difference. Argentina need to get their hands on the ball. This one sets, collapses on the near side. And another reset. Might have been lucky to get away with that one, the Springboks. It looked like it went down on this near edge. Wessels might have been the man. But South Africa have just been so dominant at scrum time, it'd be very hard to see any penalty go against them, you know what I mean? Perception is key in these circumstances, and scrum time has been all Springbok. Another reset. 5 minutes left to play. It binds and sets. Williams feeds. Argentina get in under the Springboks here and win the penalty. The biggest scrum of the night for Argentina at one of the most crucial times. They will get a penalty here with 5 minutes to play. Right on halfway. They need to send this one deep into Springbok territory, and that's not deep enough. Argentina, their best scrum of the evening. They got in under the Springbok forwards, and the referee had no choice there but to blow the penalty. Big line out throw this one. Ruiz on the field for Montoya. Goes to the middle. It's scrappy, but it's still there. Pumas have it in midfield. Chocobetis held up in the tackle. Now he goes to ground. 30 meters out. No hands, says the referee. Nice inside ball for Iskro. Driven back in the tackle. Chocobetis. Another strong carry from Chocobetis. Penalty advantage now. Penalty advantage. Referee blows it, and they surely have to have a crack now. They absolutely, surely have to take the three here. With 3 minutes left to play, they have to take the three, surely. Stepping up to have the shot is Carreras to make it 29-23. That was an absolute no-brainer. $40 meters out, right in front. 3 minutes to play. Santiago Carreras to make it a converted, less than a converted try. And it might just give us a blockbuster finish. He's hooked it. He's hooked it. It hits the post and bounced back into the field of play. But Argentina have it. 10 meters out. He's missed it. You can't believe it. But Argentina back in possession. 15 out from the line now as they go backwards. 2 minutes left to play. Oh, that was such an important kick. Time will escape them now, you would have to think. Out the back it goes now. Carreras, the man who missed the kick. Keeping it in tight now, Argentina. Springboks, no penalties. The Rugby Championship is almost theirs officially. And they get the penalty as Argentina playing the ball from an offside position. The man on debut. Disappointing end. In front of the ball, picking it up. The man on debut, Thomas Rapati. And that is the ball game. South Africa 2025 Rugby Championship winners. Finding touch. 10 short of the halfway line. Just a minute to go now. They can wind down the clock. The Boks, very slow, as you would expect, to get to this line out. Kobus Reiner, player of the match. Uncontested ball out the back. Kwanga Smith comes away with it. Geez, it's the final minute of the game. You surely compete. 30 seconds left to play. South Africa just controlling the ball now. Told to use it. Williams to Bonami. Out the back it goes and into touch. No, it stays in the field of play. Cheslin Colby now comes away with it. 10 seconds to play. Penalty goes to Argentina. Well, there's no time left. Even if they kick the penalty here, there would be no time for the restart. They're out of time. But they can put it into the corner and try and get another 7-pointer. And credit to them. Curtis finds touch 15 meters out. Argentina looking to have the final say. South Africa have won the Rugby Championship for 2025. Argentina might get the last say in this game, though. Throw to the middle, uncontested. Rolling maul is set. 5 meters out. This is it now. The game is over. The competition is over. But Argentina still playing for pride. 5 meters out. Molina lays it back. Through the hands now. Carreras with the crossfield kick. Looking for Iskro. Finds Iskro on the chest. And Argentina will get a try to end it. All credit to them for hanging in the fight. Oh, if only that kick... Now, obviously, if that kick went through, it's a completely different game situation. They might not have even been back down this end in order for that penalty to happen, but you've just got to ask, what if? So many what ifs. They've got the try at the death. Imagine if that penalty goal went over. There's so many different variables from that point on, of course. But what if? 29-25 with the kick to come. But it is South Africa's day. The Rugby Championship is theirs. Credit to Argentina. Credit to the Pumas for hanging in there. Conversion from out wide, and he kicks this one. Carreras kicks this one from the sideline. If only he had to put that penalty goal over from right in front. Back-to-back Rugby Championship winners, South Africa, 29-27. Despite the scoreline, you feel like they had it pretty firmly in control there in that second half. Argentina left their run way too late. And South Africa, yeah, they probably felt like they had the game in control and just dropped off the pace a little bit, you know? So, South Africa... Rugby Championship winners of 2025, back-to-back. What a game that ended up being. Michael, ahoy there, mate. Michael says, thank you for the commentary. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Oh, thank you so much. Very much appreciate the kind words. Wrath says, thanks for the commentary. Saved the day for me. Very nice. Very glad that I could be of assistance. Yes, Waste to Water Sports, if this is your first time here, hopefully it's not your last. I hope you've enjoyed your time here. Each and every weekend we cover rugby league, rugby union, Formula One, cricket. We even have a fortnightly pro wrestling show for those who might be into that. So, Wasted Water Sports, we cover a huge gamut of different sports from around the world, providing alternative commentary and just hanging out, having a good time. So I hope that you have enjoyed your time. We will be back tomorrow, of course, for the NRL Grand Final. The Rugby Championship has been secured by the Springboks, second year in a row. And yes, we do have Rugby League, the NRL Grand Final, coming up tomorrow evening here on the Wasted World of Sports. I got, obviously, Malcolm Marks, anytime try. So that was good. Credit for the Pumas, says Nicholas Binger. Credit for the Pumas. South Africa Rugby Championship winners for 2025. Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much. It is now past it's actually 1 a.m. here in Brisbane, Australia. Time for me to have a little bit of a rest and get ready for, as I said, Rugby League NRL Grand Final happening tomorrow here on the channel. So for those who are into the Rugby League, into the NRL, I look forward to seeing you there for that one. Feel free to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed hanging out with me here tonight and would like to do it again at some point. I know we've got some big international games coming up towards the end of the year. There'll be the Northern Hemisphere tour for the Southern Hemisphere teams. Of course, All Blacks and the Wallabies heading over to take on the Northern Hemisphere sides. Looking forward to that one. So there'll be plenty more rugby union action coming up here on the channel. But that is it for the Rugby Championship for season 2025. Cobus Reinach, man of the match. South Africa with the win. South Africa champions for 2025. I'll drink to that. Thank you so much. I will catch you guys next time. Until then, cheers. Rum time.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pants less. From the kickoff to the final whistles blow, we'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With the laugh and the cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales, all the big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporting crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah.